Councillor Peoples, could I get you to lead us in prayer, please?
Almighty God, acknowledge that we have a responsibility to look after your creation, especially this work. Also conscious that to affect lives, property, people. Remind us to exercise respect for people. Us in this meeting to act wisely, justly. Thank you, Lord, for the privilege of.
Councillors, we have condolences from, from the Barcaldine area, Keith Bowstead, Vicky Lockie, Catherine or Trish Bopp, and Una Smith, and from the Muttara area, Gary Ballard. Councillor Peoples attended a funeral for an individual who did a lot of work for council, or with council, sorry.
Yeah, I'd like to add Dave Mason to the list, please, Mr Mayor. We've done a lot of work with Black Cloud over the years, and most of that work has been done through Dave Mason, so I wouldn't mind adding Dave for this, please.
Councillors or staff, anyone else to add? Pause for a moment of silence, please. Thank you. No apologies. Jenny will be with us. I'll take this opportunity, please, to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land upon which we meet and custodians and their elders, both past, present and emerging. Okay, conflicts of interest. Councillor Peoples.
Mr Mayor, I have sent through 2 conflicts of interest, and they are 5.3.3, and as a prescribed conflict of interest because my home is in Ford Street and there's discussion on a footpath along Ford Street, so I'll be leaving the change for 5.3.3. Also 5.3.4, I have a prescribed conflict of interest, which is discussion on the procurement policy. And as I do business with council, I'll also be leaving the chamber for 5.3.4.
Councillor Gleeson. Councillor Hanson.
Mr Mayor, I inform the meeting that I have a prescribed conflict of interest in 5.3.1, the Planning and Development report. I've got previously declared prescribed conflict of interest in the Globe Tower, as my employer, Michael Woolman Transport, is a likely supplier to the project. Also 5.3.4, the project policy review. My employer, Michael Woolman Transport, is a supplier and tenderer to works for the council. Also 5.3.5, the development application, potential changes to conditions. I've got previously declared MPIs and prescribed conflict of interest in the rec park, as my employer, Michael Woolman Transport, has supplied to the project, was a tenderer on the original project and is a possible tenderer for future supply or works to the project. And also 5.5.2, the tender award, TMR flood damage repairs, Belltopper Creek. My employer, Michael Woolman Transport, is a tenderer for the works.
So you bought a good cut lunch, in other words.
I've got something to read on my phone, Mr Mayor, yes.
Thank you. Councillor Clark.
Mr Mayor, I have a Prescribed conflict of interest in the planning and development report, which is 5.3.1, section 1.3. I have a prescribed conflict in this item due to my son's property lies in the area of this levy, and the property described mentions this levy in the report. I have also a prescribed conflict of interest in 5.3.4 in the procurement policy, because my employee, Elders Rural Services, does business through this procurement policy. And I also have a prescribed in 5.3.5 in the development application outlines the potential change into the condition in which my son's property will be involved in the study.
Thank you, Councillor. Councillor Rogers.
Is this still prescribed?
Yeah.
No.
No?
Prescribed.
DCOIs, declarable conflict of interest. Councillor Peckles.
No, I think I'm right.
I don't believe so. Yeah, I have a declarable conflict of interest in 5.3.4, the procurement policy, due to my son being a contractor with council, and I will be addressing this by letting councillors decide whether I stay or leave.
Councillors, given that 3 councillors have declared a conflict of interest in this already, that leaves the decision with Councillor Gleeson, Rogers and Dillon. The only time that we don't require a quorum. Councillor Gleeson, conversation, thoughts?
Regarding
Whether Councillor Hanson, what action Councillor Hanson takes as a result of his declarable conflict of interest.
I'm happy for Councillor Hanson to be part of the meeting. It's just an absolute off chance that his grandson may be employed.
No, son has purchased a business that could do business with council.
I'm happy for Councillor Hanson to stay at the meeting.
Councillor Rogers.
Through you, Mr. Mayor, I'm quite happy for Councillor Hanson to remain in the meeting
And vote.
and vote. Yes.
As am I. Unfortunately, we've had a number of issues over the last few years with maintaining a quorum on this through the direct financial benefit to either an employer or the individual's business. In this case, I don't believe that the relationship that Councillor Hanson has to council via his son's business predilects any ability to act fairly and in the community's best interests. So I'm happy to move the resolution that Councillor Hanson remain in the room and participate in the debate and vote on any matters relating to the procurement policy review at item 5.3.4. Is there a seconder? Councillor Gleeson.
Can I ask a question, please, Mr. Mayor?
You don't have a say on this one, but yes.
No, I'm happy not to ask a question, Mr. Mayor. I don't have a say. I'll see you later. Thank you.
I put the matter to the vote. Those in favour? It's carried 3-0. Councillor Arthur, any DCLs?
No, Mr. Mayor.
Through you, Mr. Mayor, I inform the meeting that I have a declarable conflict of interest in 5.3.3 as defined in section 150 EN of the Local Government Act 2009. The nature of my interest is that the sculpture trail is mentioned in that report. However, I wish to participate in that section, so I acknowledge that eligible councillors must determine, pursuant to 150 ES of the Local Government Act 2009, whether I may participate or whether I must leave the meeting.
Officers, who did I have out for that item? Councillor Arthur and Peebles, is that right? That's all. Okay, so the decision on this now rests with Councillors Gleeson, Hanson, myself and Plum. We're receiving an information report, I'm quite more than happy for Councillor Rogers to remain in the room, but does anybody object to that? Have an alternative view? Will somebody move that?
I'll move that.
Councillor Gleeson moves, second. Councillor Plum, that Councillor Rogers is allowed to remain in the room, participate in the debate and vote. Well, there is no deliberation, so just participate in any discussion. Those in favour? Carried. 4-0.
Mr. Mayor, can I just ask a question?
Hmm.
In 5.3.5,
I was going to come to you on that.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
In the past, I have declared, because I have been told that I have supplied to the rec park. I did supply some gates to the rec park, which council gave back to me, because they were the wrong size, so that nullified that. I'm just asking management, and I've asked this in the past, what have I supplied? Because I did get told in the past that I had to leave the room because I had supplied. I don't know what I've supplied.
Mr Mayor, there, Councillor People supplied some plumbing supplies.
For the skipper.
So it was the water main, water pipes.
Well, Mr Mayor, can I ask management to give me some clarity on that in writing, please, and I will declare a PCLI also for 5.3.5 if I've been past supplied.
Okay, we'll get you a confirmation of that, but you're declaring that now on the basis that you are a supplier.
Well, I've just been told by the Deputy CEO that I haven't.
Okay. 535 PCLI for Councillor Peoples. Does any councillor present believe that another councillor present has a conflict of interest in any item that may not have been disclosed or may have been overlooked? Bear in mind that no councillor has any COI in agenda item 4, the budget. No? Very good. And on that note, we will adjourn. We have guests waiting us for us outside.